Have you ever felt like the universe was quietly listening, responding to your every thought, even when you weren't aware of it? Imagine walking through a forest at dawn, sunlight spilling through the trees, casting patterns that seem almost designed just for you. That subtle alignment of light, shadow, and sound mirrors what happens every moment when the universe responds to your intentions, whether you know it or not. Today, we re-diving into a concept that is both mystical and scientifically fascinating. You re-manifesting without knowing the universe is responding. By the end of this journey, you'll see how your thoughts, actions, and even unnoticed emotions ripple through reality, shaping your world in ways more extraordinary than you might imagine. Manifestation isn't just a spiritual buzzword. It's the interplay between energy, consciousness, and reality. Think of your mind as a radio transmitter, even when not consciously sending a message. Your frequency is broadcasting signals. Quantum physics tells us that at the subatomic level, observation affects outcome. The double-slit experiment, one of the most famous experiments in physics, demonstrates that particles behave differently when observed versus when they're not. This suggests that consciousness, your very awareness, affects reality itself. If your thoughts, feelings, and intentions are constantly shaping probabilities, then yes, you are manifesting, even without deliberately trying. But how does this unconscious manifestation work? Imagine a calm pond. When you toss a pebble into it, ripples spread across the surface. Some ripples are obvious, like your conscious actions, applying for a job, sending an email, or studying for an exam. Other ripples are subtle, almost invisible, like the flicker of a smile you give a stranger, the fleeting thought of hope, or the quiet gratitude you feel for a sunrise. These subtle ripples interact with the larger currents of your life, creating opportunities, coincidences, and synchronicities that often feel like magic, but they are, in essence, the universe responding to your energy. Here's a twist. Many people assume that manifestation requires meticulous planning and strict visualization techniques. But research in behavioral psychology suggests that our subconscious mind drives the majority of our decisions. About 95% of our daily actions are governed by subconscious processes. That means the very structure of your life, the people you meet, the situations you encounter, the breakthroughs you experience are being influenced by intentions you may not even be aware of. It's like your brain is a puppet master, pulling the strings behind the curtain while you think you're just strolling through life. Now, let's bring in another layer. Emotion. Emotions are the fuel of manifestation. Neuroscientists have discovered that the brain releases different neurotransmitters and hormones, depending on your emotional state. Positive emotions, like excitement, joy, and gratitude, send out high-frequency vibrations, aligning your energy with outcomes that resonate at the same frequency. Negative emotions, conversely, can distort your energetic signals, leading to outcomes that reflect the same tension or fear. Picture your emotional state as tuning a radio dial. When your frequency is clear, the universe picks up your broadcast and matches it. When it's static, the message is garbled. This is why people often experience manifestations seemingly out of nowhere after a period of emotional alignment, even when they were not consciously visualizing or intending a specific outcome. Let's take a look at synchronicities. The universe. Subtle nods. You've probably had moments when you thought of someone, and suddenly they called. Or you had a fleeting idea, only to see it mirrored in a book, movie, or conversation shortly after. Carl Jung called these meaningful coincidences, and modern science frames them as the complex interplay of probability, attention, and intention. Your mind primes you to notice certain patterns. When the universe responds, it aligns external events with your internal state, creating moments that feel preordained, but are, in reality, the manifestation of your energetic frequency interacting with reality. Here is an interesting fact. Quantum entanglement suggests that particles separated by vast distances can instantaneously affect each other. Some theorists propose that consciousness works similarly, meaning your thoughts might not be as localized or limited as they appear. Imagine your ideas and feelings as energetic threads weaving through a cosmic web, connecting you to people, opportunities, and even outcomes far beyond your immediate perception. The universe, in this sense, is less a distant force and more a responsive network that interacts with your energy, reflecting back to you what resonates most strongly. Now, you might ask, If I'm manifesting without knowing, how do I recognize it? The first clue is patterns. Look for repeating themes in your life. Doors opening at the right moment. Encounters that seem too perfect to be random. Sudden solutions to problems that appeared insurmountable. These are the universe's replies to your subconscious broadcasts. Another sign is the feeling of alignment. Sense that things are falling into place naturally, without forced effort. It's as if the current of life is carrying you toward your intended outcomes. Quietly responding to the frequencies you've been emitting all along. Here's a deeper twist. Sometimes, manifestations show up in forms you didn't expect or even want. This is the universe's way of nudging you toward growth. If you notice a coincidental challenge or opportunity, it may be less about the event itself and more about how it shapes your consciousness. Think of manifestation as a conversation, not a command. You send out energetic signals. The universe responds, and what arrives is a reflection of your readiness, your perception, and the vibrational alignment you've achieved. This is why patience and awareness are essential. Manifestation without conscious effort doesn't always conform to a script. It unfolds according to the natural laws of energy, resonance, and probability. Science also shows that attention amplifies outcomes. Neuroplasticity proves that repeated focus strengthens neural pathways. In manifestation terms, when you unconsciously dwell on hopes, fears, or desires, you reinforce patterns that shape behavior and perception. Your attention, even when unintentional, molds the trajectory of events. Visualize a garden where every thought is a seed. Some seeds sprout instantly. Others take months to emerge. Even without actively watering them, your ongoing mental energy affects which seeds grow and which remain dormant. But here's the beauty. Conscious awareness enhances the process. By recognizing that you are constantly manifesting, you can begin to align your intentions, emotions, and focus. This doesn't require magic rituals or elaborate visualization techniques. Simple acts, gratitude, mindful presence, and aligning your actions with your values strengthen the subtle signals your subconscious already sends. The universe responds more readily when your internal and external states are coherent. It's like a lighthouse shining a steady beam. Ships navigating the fog can easily follow it to safe harbor. Here's a compelling story. Consider someone who, without intending to, begins attracting opportunities for a career change. They weren't actively visualizing a new job, yet through casual conversations, minor interests, and intuitive nudges, doors start opening. A workshop invitation leads to a new skill. A chance meeting introduces a mentor. Each small ripple, each unnoticed choice, compounds into a visible manifestation. This is the universe responding to unconscious signals, a subtle choreography of energy, choice, and alignment. And what about the skeptics? Science encourages skepticism, but even skeptics experience subtle manifestation. Think of the placebo effect. Patients experience real, measurable health improvements from treatments with no active ingredients, purely because of expectation. Your subconscious belief shapes reality at a physiological level. The principle extends beyond health. It's a demonstration that perception, expectation, and intention can influence outcomes. Whether consciously or unconsciously, you are always sending energetic signals that ripple into reality. Let's explore a practical exercise. Start by observing your thoughts for a single day. Note moments of joy, inspiration, or subtle hope. Then, record coincidences or small outcomes that align with these moments. You'll likely notice an invisible thread connecting your inner state to external events. This exercise doesn't just illustrate manifestation. It builds awareness of the universe's constant responsiveness. Once you recognize it, you can harness it more intentionally, blending the unconscious and conscious into a coherent force shaping your reality. Visualization can enhance this process, but the real power lies in resonance. Imagine a tuning fork vibrating near a crystal glass. The sound causes the glass to resonate in harmony, amplifying the effect. Your thoughts, emotions, and intentions act as tuning forks. When aligned, they resonate with the universe, amplifying subtle manifestations. When misaligned, the signals may scatter, producing weaker or distorted outcomes. Manifestation isn't magic. It's physics, psychology, and consciousness interacting in complex, elegant ways. Here's a mind-bending fact. Even seemingly random events follow patterns at deeper levels. Chaos theory demonstrates that complex systems, whether ecosystems, human interactions, are sensitive to initial conditions. This means the smallest thoughts, choices, or emotions can ripple outward, influencing outcomes far beyond immediate perception. Your subconscious manifestation isn't chaotic. It's part of a vast, interconnected web of cause and effect, where the universe responds to energy, frequency, and attention in ways both subtle and profound. By now, you might be wondering, how do I make the most of this unconscious manifestation? First, cultivate awareness. Observe patterns, emotions, and subtle signs. Second, align your internal state with your values and desires. Joy, gratitude, curiosity, these high-frequency emotions act as catalysts. Third, trust the process. Manifestation is rarely instantaneous or obvious. Like seeds beneath the soil, energy requires time to take root, sprout, and bloom. Patience isn't passive, it's an active recognition of the universe's response. And the most fascinating part, you're never truly unaware. Even when life feels random, unconscious manifestation is at work, responding to every thought, feeling, and intention you emit. The universe doesn't wait for permission, it interacts continuously, offering guidance, opportunity, and reflection. Every coincidence, every seemingly chance encounter, every subtle shift is part of the dialogue between your energy and reality itself. In summary, manifestation without conscious effort is not only possible, it's happening all the time. Your subconscious mind, your emotions, and your attention continuously send signals into reality. The universe in turn responds, reflecting your internal state in external events. Awareness amplifies the process, while patience allows it to unfold naturally. Every ripple of thought, every flicker of emotion is part of an ongoing cosmic conversation. You are, quite literally, shaping your reality with every heartbeat, whether you know it or not. So, next time you notice a perfect coincidence, a sudden insight, or an unexpected opportunity, pause and consider. This is the universe responding to your energy, even in the quietest, unnoticed moments. It's a reminder that your thoughts matter, your emotions matter, and that reality is far more responsive than it seems. You're not just living life, you're participating in a continuous act of creation, a dance with the cosmos itself. If this resonated with you, share your experiences in the comments below. Have you ever manifested something without even realizing it? Like the video if you found these insights fascinating. And don't forget to subscribe to Cosmic Horizon Hub for more journeys into the mysteries of the universe. Remember, the universe is always listening, always responding, and now, so are you.